Hey-o. Merry early Christmas and everything about up there. Hey. Oh yeah, you sent me an ink sketch. I have to find that one. That was a few days ago. That was a few days ago. That was a few days ago. Ah, yeah. Um, where is it? Where is it? Dun dun dun. There it is. Let's see here. Nice. Let's see if I can show it. Share screen. Yeah. There it is. Hey, from Traveling Science Man, who made a sketch of me. Yeah, that's not far off. That's not far off. Thank you, Traveling Science Man. Very, very sweet of you. Very, very sweet of you. Talking about very, very sweet things. Some of you, or maybe all of you, know that I have this week done a fundraiser for Gigi, my first and best moderator. And we, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, through you and through me, we got a little over, no, $2 shy of $1,000 that I could send to Gigi so she could have a decent Christmas and pay off some of her bills. Thank you so much, all of you, for contributing to that. And I know, and for you who don't know, Gigi has been ill for some time. And if you are American, you know that if you have an illness for an extended period of time, your economy is screwed. So hopefully, thanks to you and all of our contributions, she can have now she can have a decent Christmas and pay off some of her bills. So thank you so much, all of you, and thank you again to Traveling Science Man for your sketch. That's very nice, very nice. Now, what are we supposed to do today? Well, I don't know about you, but I'm going to have myself a gin and tonic to start off, and of course, it's cat gin. It's Herrne Old Tom gin. A bit of gin. Hi, Dave. I have sent out a bunch of invites. I have no idea if people ever will actually show up or not. Everybody's streaming today. So, no, it's not made of cat urine. I hope. And some ordinary tonic water. It's been a long day. A long, long day. Christine asks, can I send $5 to Gigi? Yes, of course you can. If you let me post my PayPal. Hold on here. Dun, dun, dun. If you write on your donations via PayPal to Gigi, I will make sure I will collect and send it to her, because every time I send over, it's $1.87, I think. So yeah. So I will collect until there's enough, and then I will keep sending it to her. That's very sweet of you, Christine. I will. Oh, the actual PayPal. There. And there. There, PayPal. So you can send there, and I will make sure she gets it. Pin message there. Okay. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Okay. Well, I don't have any subjects or something to discuss. What I do have is, if you've been around here for a while, you know that Drunk Me sometimes sends me stuff, and sometimes I buy stuff to myself, and then I also have stuff I have no idea where it's from. So in this pile is stuff that I will be opening throughout this stream, and also in there somewhere is stuff I'm going to give to my new niece, who is about 7 months old. So she got stuff in there too, because I haven't opened anything from Amazon or eBay for maybe 3 weeks. So I have no idea what's in these packages, because you don't know from the outside. Okay, Dave might pop on later. Okay, thank you. Let's see here. I'm going to have my chat up here so I can see stuff. Yay. Yeah, so if you want to continue to contribute to GD, that's perfectly fine. I will make sure to get everything in. And once it reaches, say, $50, I will make sure she gets it. I will check on it at least once a day to see, okay, how much for GD this time. Okay. You want to start off with a package? Why not? No. Oh, no, I'm going to start off with a sip on gin and tonic. Warmth. That was nice. That was nice. Now, dun dun dun. Let's just take the top one here. And as I said, I have no idea if it's from Drunk Me, Sober Me, or from somebody else. Okay. Okay, something wintry. This is for Jingles. It's a cat suit, or a Santa cat suit. Jingles. Of course, he's hiding. Oh, sorry. Yeah, so as soon as Jingles shows up here, he is getting a Santa suit. Oh, this, he will kill me. He is so going to kill me. I don't even know if this fits. But we will find out. Oh, it jingles. Oh, he is going to kill me for this. Well, well, once he shows up. Sorry. Yeah, once he shows up again, it might be a fight. It might be a fight. Oh yeah. Payback for all the times he's got. He's been punishing my everything. Becca Lynn. Oh, Happy New Year. Member? Okay. Yeah, you're apparently a member, but not that account. Oh, okay. Thank you. Happy New Year. Not for another 9 days. Now, you all know, maybe you don't, 29th is my 1-year anniversary as a content creator on YouTube. That is when I posted my first actual video as a content creator. I had some stuff before that, but that was the first one when I decided okay, let's try this one. And so on the 29th, don't book that date. I will have guests and stuff and everything around it. And of course, the obligatory. Now, okay, one subject. You all know this is not good for you. These are nicotine pouches. Don't start with it. I mean, just don't, because it's expensive and it's addictive. Look at that. Becca Lynn became a YouTube member. Welcome. Yeah, you know, these are not good for you. It's nicotine pouches, and here's the thing. In Sweden, snus is a staple. You just do it. That is why almost nobody smokes here. Because we put stuff like this under our lip instead, and we get our nicotine kick out of that. But not illegal in most of the world, for some odd reason. But, you know, teenagers are not the smartest of the bunch. So apparently in a school in Sweden, they had a competition about who can put the most of these in their mouth without passing out. Because teenagers are morons. And apparently a bunch of them threw up, and because nicotine is a poison, no question about it. And if you, not a bright idea. But now the government says, "Ooh, dangerous! Now we have to ban everything that that has a nicotine content over a certain, which makes these inherently weak." And for me, who is a nicotinist, it only makes me stuff more under my lip and makes it more expensive. But here's the thing. Teenagers will do stupid things all the time. There's no way to get around that. We can try to protect them. We can try to inform them. We can try this, that. Teenagers will do stupid things. You know what we did when I was a kid during lunch hour and stuff? We played something called, I can't say that word, failed Austrian painter poker. Which meant that if you lost, you draw a card, and if it was a spade, you got a knuckle. If you got a club, you got a knuckle draw. If you got a heart, you got the comb, and stuff like that. No, not street poker. It's punishment poker. Hi, have you ever heard of punishment poker?
No.
Well, I'm talking about stupid things teenagers do. And yeah, and when I was because Sweden, and talking about stupid teenagers. Here's Sal. Hey.
We have an expert source now.
Yeah. Well, as I said just now, Sweden teenagers have this with nicotine pouches that, hey, let's put a lot of them into our mouth and see who passes out, because teenagers are morons.
Well,
and now the government wants to regulate this even more and make it much, much weaker. And I'm just saying, teenagers will always do stupid things. And when I was
Yeah.
a teenager in school, high school, we played punishment poker. So if you lost that hand, you draw a card, and if it was a spade, you got punched with the knuckles on your hand. If you draw a club, you got the knuckle draw over your knuckles. If you,
You know,
drew a heart, and if you draw a two, it was just a up. If it was an ace, yeah, the higher the
I
card, the
think
higher.
I like boys better. You guys don't emotionally torture each other for years and years and pretend to be nice
Yeah.
while
We
doing
just
it.
physically do it.
Yeah, don't go. If anybody here is a teenager, this is not me giving tips on how to play stupid games. I'm just explaining. As teenagers, we're morons. Teenagers are morons. There's no getting around it. And yeah, so this thing about weakening the nicotine pouches, well, this will only make me do more.
Yeah.
Because I'm a nicotinist. But here's the thing. With this, no bad breath, no smoke everywhere, no nothing. It's just this under my lip. So,
Yeah. I mean,
and probably one of the biggest reasons why Swedes don't smoke. Because we have this instead. But why have a good thing even if it's a bad thing? Because if it prevents smoking, yeah, but it's not pharmaceutical, and they have these nicotine gums and stuff like that they need to sell. So yeah, how are you doing, all of you?
pretty good.
Oh, you weren't here when I opened the first package. This is a
Oh.
cat Christmas suit. And
dear
I'm
God.
currently waiting for Jingles to show up. He's going to kill me. He's definitely going to. But he's been scratching my legs for
I-
years. It's
I
time to get
feel
it.
like this is how you win the Darwin Award. I feel like this is the prelude to when I have to be an accessory before and after the fact, and they're going to say, Mo, did you think that this was a good idea? Did you counsel against it? And I'll be like, why is anyone looking to me for logic? I'm gonna be like, why would anyone look to me to be the adult in the room? This seems like a terrible idea.
Yeah. Now, so I have a box here of boxes that I'm planning on opening throughout the stream. Some of it is
Oh.
from Drunk Me, some of it is from Sober Me, and some of it is unknown.
Yes, Drunk Me got the credit card taken away because apparently Drunk Me bought a shit ton of wigs because you could buy them and then get 33% cash back in-store credit. So you would just keep buying them and getting more credit. And Drunk Me was like, this math is awesome. I mean, I became a full-on calculus major, minor, and Stephen Hawking's because I was like, if I get all the wigs and tax deduct them, then something gravity is fixed. It's just like Mr. Mo was like, no, we're putting this away. I was like, well, but how can I use it if I don't remember the numbers? He's like, that's the point.
Yeah,
It's like, well,
but once you get to 100,000 subscribers and get the revenue, you can have your own credit card. You can.
oh, well, and it was a live store show, and of course I'm just chatting with her. I'm like, oh, I use these for my streams, and she's like, get them all. And I'm like, Drunk Me is like, I fucking like you. You are awesome. Have I ever told you how awesome you are? Drunk Me and her were just like best friends.
Yeah.
So you're welcome for your revenue.
Oh, okay. Dali, Sal,
Yes.
you got monetized,
Yes, I did.
and you have a cat that attacks you.
Yes, I do. Just now. Hit my leg.
Welcome to the club.
So yeah, it's been a wild ride.
Finally, and you and Hella got it almost the same time.
Yeah,
You got
it was like
monetized.
within the
She-
same week,
Ah.
days. Yeah.
Oh, and Hella will be on soon. Hey! Ah, Yeah, I am currently watching the most boring trial ever. It's amazingly bad.
Why
It's
is it all the threesomes are boring? I mean,
it
Wild
should
Bill
be
had
the
a
most
threesome,
it should be the
and
most interesting trial of the century. I mean, a married lesbian couple with a boy toy,
it
and it's a
really
murder
should.
involved. It should be the most interesting thing ever, and it's not. It's, they had 3 cops testifying about the same arrest. So what we
Were
have
they?
is prosecution. Let's make this sound a lot more. Oh,
Yeah, I mean, unless you don't have any witnesses that saw the crime, you have nothing, or you're paying them by the hour.
yeah, but I do think that the Toy Boy will testify in tomorrow's stream. That will be
Ooh.
interesting, and because so far every piece of hard evidence that has been shown in the trial points at him, but he squealed against one of the others.
But do we trust a prison snitch?
Do we
And the
trust?
only one with dangly bits, do we trust them?
Do we trust the guy with a history of violence against women, against somebody? Yeah,
There was
yeah.
a witness in the Mark Jensen trial that was like a con man, but he targeted women, and he was a prison snitch against Jensen.
Okay.
And this guy was the first person to, in America to ever be extradited to Romania.
Oh, that's not good because Romania is a whole different. I mean, you
Holy
have rough
Jesus.
prisons. You have rough prisons in the United States.
What do you have to
Former
do to
Eastern
piss off the
European.
gypsies?
He
Jesus, Mary and
selling,
Joseph,
He was selling them like fake
allegedly.
passports to their
Hey,
to
Dave.
citizens there to come to the U.S.
I know, but how corrupt do you have to be to piss off like the entire traveling community? Because, and not solve sit, but
Dave,
I was going to say,
think,
what traveling community are you referring?
the gypsies.
Dave, I think Drunk Me got Jingles a costume.
That's awesome. Are you going to be able to get it in there?
I
Him
haven't
in it?
seen.
I don't know if it's a boy or girl.
I haven't seen Jingles in a bit.
Jingles found out about the coat, and he's like, "Oh hell's no!"
No, here's the thing. I know exactly how he feels about necklaces and stuff like that. He will kill me. That's he will sneak
Okay.
up on me like.
So,
He
David,
will.
legal question: If
Oh,
we
sure,
know
let me
that
give
he is
legal advice.
reckless, if we know that he is recklessly going to try to engage in a dangerous act with a lethal cat, and yet we giggle and do not render aid or any support, are we accessories before or after the fact,
Dave
or
actually
are we
has
in the
talked about
clear?
this.
Well, see, so my whole thing is, you shouldn't be guilty for the intentional wrongful acts of a third party. But anymore, these days, I think you might have some criminal culpability. So you need to intervene on Nick's behalf.
Okay, so
Oh.
is the Seinfeld defense?
Yeah. The Seinfeld is becoming reality these days.
Yeah.
Hey, money.
When he got arrested for laughing at somebody being carjacked or something.
Yeah, they were standing around laughing as he
Yeah.
was getting carjacked. Like, it's funny. He was a fat guy getting carjacked.
Okay.
Look,
Ji-
things are
um,
hilarious if you look at them
Jingles.
sideways.
Jingles also have a computer mat of sort. It's in. Hold on. Where's my?
Do I need to remove the blue gel from my light? Does that look better?
I think so.
You look
Or-
less blue. I didn't know if you were
Uh,
going.
But
You
the
for
look-
blue
or
is supposed to
something.
like make me look more natural. Men
still
need
look-
I
help
had to
too,
get new
ladies.
lights.
You still look like a Wish.com Eminem.
See, I think this is better. So we're gonna have a chat
Let's see here.
in person as soon as I get to
Uh,
Arizona.
Oh my
It's
God!
on.
Epic rap battle commence. Come on, 2024, make it
Yeah.
happen.
On my, let's see here, I have the pint glass. I have a sticker. I have this pillow, a bag, whatever this is, and yeah.
Pants?
I did not
Pants.
like the quality of my store. What store are you using? Is that Spring?
Teespring.
Yeah, that's what I used, and everyone was
I have
complaining. And then
no-
I saw Waifukron with her shirt, and the screen printing looked really thin. And maybe because it's in Swedeland or something, I don't know. Maybe there's different printers, but the stuff that was printing mine, I didn't like.
It could have been a one-off, or was there multiple complaints?
There's been multiple complaints. I got 3
Okay.
complaints total on the quality of the screen printing for the apparel. The mugs and stuff, the the tumblers was all fine, but
How was the
I-
tie that I sent you? Was the quality good on that?
I have had
Yeah.
no
I don't
complaints
have it up
whatsoever.
here.
I haven't had complaints on anything, not the tank
That's good.
tops or anything. So
Well, and the other thing I have a complaint about with Teespring specifically is I wanted to order samples so I can gauge the quality. Well, they were charging me full price for the samples. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to pay full price for the samples. I'll just get some feedback. And people were giving me feedback that wasn't that positive.
Oh,
So
thank you.
I canceled it. I'm going to get a new store. I'm going to get locally printed, and I will be the warehouse. And my wife, it was my wife's idea. So I said, great, you're sending it out then. You'll package them up and send them out.
Do you have a company yet?
I do. I have a local company in Detroit.
What are they called?
Ooh.
It's a little startup. Let me pull up the name.
Okay, it's a new company.
It's their new-ish. I was there's this art district in Detroit, and I want it open. And I ran into them. They were just sort of like there in the area, and their shop was there in the area. Let's see, print shop, new center.
No, here's the thing. I wish I could, but I don't have the economy to order that much to send out. And from Sweden to the United States, I mean,
Yeah.
Well, that's
not,
why-
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's not feasible.
but that's why I wanted a local print shop.
Yeah.
And they print more than just shirts and stuff. But that way I can go to them and I could say, all right, I want to do a smaller order. But then when there's a bigger demand, they can do bigger, or when I want more, I can
Yeah.
get more. That was the idea.
But thank you so much, Becca, for. But as you said, the mugs and stuff like that was decent. So I assume that the stickers, it's just the clothes that might be. But I have people ordering the tank tops, and I have no complaints.
Yeah.
So far, at least. I love a woman in a tank top. I'm just. It's just my thing.
Do you know?
Yeah.
I'll go
See,
get
I
mine.
have a little bit of the PTSD because I live in the Midwest, and bras, deodorant, and dignity are all optional in the
Are all
South.
in short supply.
So
Well-
there are women in tank tops that test both, well, gravity and the tensile strength of cotton lycra blend. If you know what I mean.
It's always the people you don't want to see in it that has it.
Right?
It's never the boobs you want to see.
Well, once you've seen one pair, you want to see the rest of them.
Well,
Goals for next year. Goals for next year.
Oh, it's Ron White who says
Yeah.
that once you've seen one pair, you want to see the rest of them. And then you have
Yes.
this country singer. He does the song "Show Them to Me."
Taylor
If you
Swift.
have no, country, no. Show them to me.
Shoot, now I got to
that-
ask my wife for the name of this place because I can't find them. She's the one that found them for me. Because I remember running into them and I was like, remember when we saw that airplane that was like crashed, but then like they painted it all, and then there's like this other junk that they painted, and she said, yeah, that's such and such. I was like, there's a screen printing shop there, and then she found it for me. So I got to find it again. Does it come with a free pew pew? Probably. Oh, it's like this old industrial area where they just started dumping stuff, and then artists decided to everything that was dumped they would paint
Yeah.
and turn it into art. And then there was a few shops that kind of opened up around it.
Okay. I was going to see if
Oh,
I didn't sign
Okay,
companies in Michigan.
his name is Rodney Carrington.
Oh, yes.
He's-
I know Rodney Carrington.
Yeah, and Oh, I need to. Here is the lyrics. Oh,
Copyright. Oh,
I'm not going to sing. But
oh, it seems to me this whole world's gone crazy.
oh,
I have no idea what the melody
What's
is.
what's the melody?
Do you want me to
oh,
like?
it seems to me this whole
beatbox?
was going crazy. There's so much hate and killing going on. But when I see the bare chest of a woman, my worries and my problems are all gone. I have no idea.
Okay, so
No
let
one
me-
thinks of fighting when they see a topless girl.
my dad bought this old hand crank Victrola,
Bra? Oh,
and it came with a bunch of old records. This is from like the 1920s, and we were going through the records, and there was this one song, and we put it on, and it starts playing, and it's like it's from the late 1920s where they're singing into a tin can. It's all tinny and all that, and the song is "I Want a Bow-Legged Woman." From the 1920s. I was like, oh my God, this is the greatest song ever. I think it's called I Want a Bow-Legged Woman.
you should have seen the vintage porn collection my grandfather had. Found.
I
it
always
was
joke
not
with
pretty.
people when they buy like old stuff. I was like, "So did you find grandma's, erotic photos?"
Vibrator?
It's like,
Yes.
come on.
Marital
I feel
aid.
bad whoever-
Marital aid.
I don't know why it was in my grandfather's workshop, but yes, I found it.
Well, maybe he thought it was a tool.
It needed new spark plug, maybe. I don't know.
However things got fixed, they
Just trying to
got
change it
fixed.
from electric to gas.
It had to go from AC to DC current. It was just
There it is. S-Boy.
I
SBOY.
don't
I
know,
found it.
Becky Lynn. Put in the country first and then the state.
What's that?
Teespring, when you order, you have to get the right country and then you add the. I don't know.
Okay.
They're going to do a new trial. Who?
Who's going to do a new trial?
I need to
Christie.
get on a trial.
Yeah.
What time were you going tomorrow, Nick?
The who? What?
What time were you going tomorrow for your trial?
Quite early, I think, around 9 a.m.
Okay.
Eastern.
With
So I
Jody
can-
at noon.
Jody at
Actually,
noon.
atheist aunt, they used in the 1920s, they used marital aids to cure women of hysteria.
Yeah.
Because the doctor's
They
hand
figured-
got tired.
Mm.
Well, yeah, they figured that if a woman was just, happy, she wouldn't
Yeah.
be hysterical. So the only problem was that electricity wasn't very safe, so you could electrocute yourself.
Yeah, it was like 120 volts or 240 volts plugged in.
Yeah, no ground.
But imagine
woman's
being
getting all
charged
wet
with
and-
lunacy, and you might get a lobotomy, or you might just get, a marital aid all day. I mean, 50-50 chance. I'm gonna roll that dice.
I just love the
No
doctors
kids
who are
in
like,
the house.
I know how to treat this.
Aladol on board. I'm just saying.
Oh.
Matt,
the-
I see you've done some research in this area. I'm impressed.
Well, I saw a Boston Legal episode where they argued over this guy's vintage erotica collection, including a hysteria machine, steam-powered hysteria machine.
Steam powered.
Steam powered.
Yes.
That sounds like
That's
something
better than
Jada
bicycle
Pinkett Smith
pedals,
has.
I suppose.
Oh.
Yeah, you have to wait for it to power up.
Yeah, again, sounds like something Gwyneth Paltrow and Jada Pinkett Smith would have. Like,
Boy.
it's great for your soul.
Mom's upset again. Go fetch the firewood and get a bundle of coal.
Oh my God, could you imagine just the husband coming in? Oh
And the
no,
doctor's there
like,
in the
oh
house
well,
call.
she's obviously gone cray cray. Let's get the fiber.
Mama needs her medicine.
I
Oh,
like
crap.
the
What did I
Florida Christmas trees,
I
palm
like it
trees.
too.
Only in Florida. God bless America's freedom dong.
Oh, yeah. I have no subjects whatsoever. I'm just. But I'm.
How many shots did you do? Weren't you taking shots earlier?
Wait, we were
Oh,
taking shots?
yeah, I
On
took
his- on his
2
trial
shots
stream.
earlier because people started to donate and stuff, and
Uh-huh.
now, so yeah, $50, super chat, membership, or to PayPal. And if you write to Gigi on your PayPal, I will collect it and send it over to Gigi.
Wait, I didn't put for Gigi on my PayPal.
No, but everything that was during those trial streams this week, those PayPal went to Gigi. So
Oh, okay.
we got to $998 that I
Oh,
sent
that's
over
really
to Gigi.
Very
So
cool.
she can have a good Christmas and pay off some of her medical bills because she has a bunch of them. Now, I do still have a bunch of packages here.
Okay.
Some of them are from Drunk
Also-
Me, some are from Sober Me, some are unknown. There's also 2 packages in there that I ordered from my niece. She's 9 months old. First Christmas and everything. So
Nice.
we'll see
So-
when we get there. I wonder what's in this one then.
While you're opening, I'll be right back.
Okie dokie.
What the Oh no, this is to my niece. It's in the package. Okay. Over there.
It's
I love
just
when
sneezing.
Nicholas looks really confused, like, what the hell did I buy?
This one. Also to my niece. Okay. That was those 2. Now Oh, okay. What's this?
And the boxes are for Jingles. See? You got him a outfit and boxes. Becklin is right.
Open up. Open up. That's what he said to she. No.
Just don't cut yourself like that one guy in the Dean Cummings trial where I don't know if he was ever not that I don't know if that man had just never been given scissors before and he finally got his what
Cut
in
his
the
glove.
world is
What's going on here? Oh, it's a very small tie.
it's a dicky tie.
You put it on Jingles.
Is that a Jingles tie or is that a for you tie?
I have no idea.
It looked bigger on the picture.
It's always that way.
Oh, and it has a little. Well, there you go. See, so when the Bobs ask you what you do here, you just say, "I work with the engineers.
I like that
They're
tie.
not people."
It's a very, very small tie. Hello, Ella!
Hello.
Merry Christmas, early Merry Christmas to you.
Yeah, this might be it. It looked bigger on the pictures because it's
Oh, that's what he said.
What is it, Wonka Vision, where they had to have the giant chocolate bar so that the little chocolate bar could come out?
I don't think it started as big as you thought it was.
It's a
Ma'am.
D small.
Jacqueline.
hello,
It is a
Hella, and
small.
congratulations on your monetization.
Why, thank
Yes.
you. And I have members now too.
Woo!
Not that I didn't have members before. Kidding. Now I have lovely members on YouTube.
Nice.
Yay!
Where's
Are you
Valhalla?
gonna come?
Is
You
he still
gonna come and
streaming?
be my member, Nick?
Do I want to be your member?
Please.
Okay.
That's a loaded question. Don't answer it.
It is. It is. It is. It is.
Plead the
Valhalla's
fifth.
still streaming. Yes, I'm
Is
gonna go chat
Valhalla
at him.
still streaming? Yes, he
Yeah,
is.
I'm gonna chat at
See,
him and tell him that he needs to purchase me a membership on EU's channel.
MLS is being a big
Valhalla
cheapskate.
never buys a membership. He waits
No,
for
he
someone.
doesn't.
He gets gifted memberships.
Oh,
It's
sure,
like
but when
it's
I do that,
ja-
David kicks me out of Discord, and
Yeah, David loves kicking people out of Discord. He's got a big boot.
and then
And he
fundraisers
kicks
for
people
owes
Zach.
me. Valhalla owes
Yeah.
me. He knows what he owes me for.
Yeah,
Love.
yeah, he owes you big time. Maybe Nick will get a gifted membership to my
Yeah.
Yeah, I
channel as
should.
well.
Yeah.
Maybe he should. For the very longest time, I only ever paid for 2 people's channels, and that's you, Nick, and you, David.
Yes.
Well,
So
Well,
You're the
why am I
only
not
ones.
so special anymore?
because I started paying for some other people's channels because I thought, I need to spread the love around. But I still have you and Nick are the longest people I've consistently paid for your channels for. That's it.
Yeah.
So 7 months now, running straight.
Hey.
Yeah.
I just got
Me
a
too,
message
just not
from Gigi here, so I'm just going to read it.
Mhm.
She says, Nick, I can express how grateful I am. Many thanks
Aw.
to and blessing upon you for doing this. Many thanks to and blessings upon every person who donated anything at all. And many thanks to and blessing upon Brandon for what he did. I'm not sure what he did, but I'm quite certain I know. I don't get blessings like this ever. There have been offers that never come through. There are those who could have helped, not necessarily with money, who wouldn't look me in the eyes when they said, I'd help you if I could, but I can't. And there were those who chastised me and said, if I didn't bleep, I'd help you. Or if I did, I would be happy to help. But you and those who donated from their hearts to someone they hardly know, the words won't come. All I can do is cry happy tears. Thank you, my dear friend. And thank you to all the others who donated, including Wendy, Brandon, and everybody. That's all I have to say. Oh,
Aw.
Yes,
Yeah.
Christine, you don't need it. No, it's a Valhalla thing.
hmm.
It's a Valhalla thing. I appreciate it though.
That's so sweet, Christine, too. Yeah. Gigi, we love you.
Yeah, we love you, Gigi. And I hope we put a little dent in, so you could get a decent Christmas, pay off some of your bills, because you deserve it.
Yes.
Becca Lynn,
Yes.
Gigi became severely ill about a month and a half ago, and she's still recovering. And as you might know, especially in the United States, once you get an extended illness, your economy is fucked. And she told me a bit about that on last Sunday. And so I decided to do a fundraiser for her. And she had no idea. She was just venting. And I thought, yeah, okay, I can listen as much as you want, but I'm going to do something about it. So I did Monday through Friday fundraiser and $998.
Nice.
Hmm?
Very cool.
Nice.
No,
That's cool.
Gigi's been a big help to all of our
Yeah.
channels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
all of them.
Yeah.
Not just
Primarily
Nick's.
you. She's got
Primarily
a thing
me,
for
but-
Nicholas, but she is she's been a
Still-
help for all
yeah.
of us.
We still try to steal it away sometimes. So
Yeah.
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 It's lovely whenever she pops around to other channels, but yeah,
I
she's
know.
been fantastic for Nick.
Yeah, I mean, she's been with me since I started streaming, and
Ah.
she's been my entire run. And I told Jeff and those two, and they were surprised and said, "Oh, we need to do something." So I don't know, but yeah.
Nick, do you still have
yeah.
your PayPal link?
Yeah,
for Gigi?
Becca, in my PayPal, and then you write to Gigi, and I
Okay.
will make sure
It's
it
up on the
gets
Yeah.
to-
top.
Yeah, it's
Um,
it's pinned on the top of my chat.
Yeah, Brendan had it up in Aussie stream last night.
I
as
gotta-
well.
I
Or
gotta
last
run.
night, yesterday, whatever.
I've got a stream in like 15 minutes, and I
Yes, this
realized I
way up.
forgot all my drinks and stuff
Oh,
not
God
in the
damn it,
treehouse. I'm
David.
gonna go grab those for later.
Hmm.
You're
But
disappointing.
you guys have fun.
And I see there's more coming in. and I will make sure that
Frozen.
it gets to Gigi.
Thank you, Pixie.
Festive.
Thank you so much.
I'm a little
No,
present.
it is $1.87 every time I send over, so I will collect
Yeah.
until it gets and then send over.
All right. Well, you guys have fun. I will
Yay.
see you all later
Yeah.
this
See
evening.
you later.
All right.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Toodles.
Oh, I gotta hit
Toodaloo.
leave. Look,
Do you want me to help
Dumbledore,
you with that?
this is how I can leave without shutting down the stream.
Oh, okay.
Oh, ouch.
Oh, it's on, David. You were so much trouble.
But you're in good company,
Burn.
Sal, because Ian shut down Hogue.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh, you bring that up now. He's been bringing that up all week.
I know how he feels. And I
David,
feel so
bringing
bad.
something up.
I know
Here's
how
the
he
note.
feels,
Shock.
and I'm so glad it happened though, because now I don't feel
Oh, you are so glad
as
it happened.
embarrassed. I am, and I love
You're
you.
so glad that Ian made one mistake on his own channel.
No, it was on Hogue's channel.
Oh, whatever. Hope's
Yeah.
channel.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Hogue had, I think, close to 1,200 continuous viewers.
That's
And-
that's 4 times worse than me.
Oh, 4 times worse than you.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Mm.
That's called
And,
reveling in someone else's misfortune.
Yeah,
It's called
And,
Schadenfreude.
yeah.
And to women, the all others, if all you have is best wishes and prayers,
Darling.
that's
Darling,
enough for
darling,
Gigi. Yeah.
I'm just saying it can happen.
It can happen. However,
It never happened to me.
it happened to you twice.
Okay, that other time, I didn't have Discord on my computer. I had to get into it on my phone, upload to StreamYard. Then I was trying to leave StreamYard on my phone after I uploaded something into StreamYard. And the leave studio and end stream buttons are like swapped. They're in different spots. So I ended with the stream on my phone. I'm streaming.
Matt.
Make Schadenfreude great again.
Leave it to the Germans to figure out how to make a word for enjoying other people's misery.
Yep. we are all
mean-
professionals here.
Trust me, if you met my grandmother, you would. Oh, that was
I
nasty.
love it.
Oh,
We're a little bit professional. I'm
Yeah.
semi-professional.
The best boomer of the year.
I'm not
Yes.
professional, but I
By
can pretend to be one online. It's
Yeah.
oh.
I'm professional until someone asks me what I do, and then I feel like influencer is pretentious.
Content
YouTuber sounds like I'm eating Tide Pods. And so I'm like, nothing.
I make videos
Look,
about
I smoke
things.
all day.
You
Smoke all day and keep myself from being hysterical, if you will.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait until spring when I get started on my studio, so I can get out of the house and actually have a cigar and everything. Rumbler don't sound bad. What?
Well,
I
just
do
tell me do OnlyFans. They already think it.
Well,
Jingles!
considering I have
I
to
got something
have
for
long
you.
skirts on and look semi-Pentecostal, it's weird.
Ooh, it's a special genre of OnlyFans.
Like ankle fans.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Ankle fans.
The what? The who?
I'm like,
Oh, the most recent trial that we covered, they kept showing feet. They kept showing the jurors' feet. It was
oh
fantastic.
yes.
Onlyfeet.com. So yeah, instead of like panning up to the ceiling, they'd pan down to the ground. And so
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
the jurors would keep walking in and out. We got quite used to seeing their feet every day. It was wonderful.
I bet you there are a lot of people online that can identify people by their feet.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, well, their shoes were quite noticeable. Like
Yeah,
they were
different.
identifiable. There was one lady who wore these red shoes, quite identifiable red sneakers every day, and we hope it was a lady. We think it was a lady.
Don't judge.
I liked the red shoes. They were lovely. She wore them every single day. And yeah, if you knew
Aw.
this lady in her red shoes, you'd know who it was.
Yeah, I every time I raid somebody, I jump over. Me raid. Yeah.
Me, Raid. I'm like, hi, me.
God damn it, man.
Oh, let's see here. Okay, more in. Oh, Jesus Christ.
What?
Okay, that's a lot of.
Oh, Mads, did you say cracked fat?
Okay, there's. I will go through them. The PayPal thingies. But I said a donation to a certain amount, and I will take a shot. And I think I have 3.
All right, give me one
Yeah.
second.
Oops.
I will take baby shots.
Irish is here. Hey, Irish.
Ah,
Fiber,
okay.
go out. You just went out. You are just being a butt. No, you cannot drink. You cannot drink anything. No, I know you're sitting. I'm very proud of you, but
Mo?
you can't drink anything.
Cheers.
You are a dog, not a peanut.
Coffee.
I'm going to hold on that
Screwdriver.
Yeah.
Good God, how much orange juice and vodka do you have? I'm impressed.
I mean, it's just why mix a lot
Why
of
sit-
drinks
yeah.
when you can mix one drink?
Exactly.
Yes, Becca Lynn, that's Bullet Bourbon.
Who do you think you are, my sponsor?
No,
Kidding.
I'm still giggling at
Stop.
Mads.
you just went out. No one
I'm
wants
so
to hear you
happy that
whine.
people are saying that.
You are
Let's
just
see
being a baby.
here. Yep.
Nick, do you know what cracker fat means?
The what? The who? The when?
To crack a fat. Do you know what
To
that
crack
means?
a fat.
Yeah.
No.
No, it means to get an erection.
Oh, I thought maybe it was going to be a fart or something, but
No,
that
it's an Australian term.
You are
is not
you're
remotely
strange.
sexy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
We did some
Okay.
Aussie slang yesterday
Mm.
on my membership
Mm.
stream, and that was Mads is referring to it.
Oh. Well, I mean, Papa, I mean, I guess, getting a boner or anything else. I mean, they all sound rather pitch a tent, get a chubby.
Which
You
is
know,
yeah. A chubby
It's,
is similar to a chubby,
pant-
so crack a fat. Yeah.
Oh,
It's
So
normal
chubby
bourbon,
is
not smoky.
as my oldest son is now spending more and more time in the bathroom to the point where I'm like, Mr. Mo, I'm gonna need you to explain to me why he is always in the bath. Look, actually, I don't need you to explain to me. I just need you to deal with this.
Just
Okay?
turn the hot water off when he's in there.
Well, you
I'm
think that
just
would
like,
do it? It might not.
no, I'm like, I
Sometimes you just
to
need a
get
thorough
out of the
cleaning.
frus-
Sometimes you do. Especially when you cracked a fat.
Don't want to think about this. I'm not thinking about this. I am no, never, not at all. Also, he's gonna start doing his own laundry.
And that too. That too.
Just avoid his socks.
Salbert,
I mean, it took a
I'm gonna
good
wish
number of
3
decades.
boys on you, all of them just like you and your dad.
Lord.
It took a good number of decades before I understood the joke about socks, because we don't circumcise. We don't need socks.
Oh,
Ew.
I mean, it's elephant trunks all over the place here.
I guess you don't have a lot
Wait,
of the Jewish population.
Wait, is it y'all that have the cartoon character or the claymation character with the the ever-growing male member, or is
What?
that Denmark?
What kind of cartoons are you watching?
I think that's a
Swear to
Japanese
God,
thing.
there's like a claymation guy, and it's from a European country, and y'all. I have been trying
I
to
know.
wrap and understand and put together, and holy fuck balls, I am so done with Christmas. Right
African
now.
or European.
I mean, here's the thing. It's the Jewish, the Muslims, and Americans. You are the only ones who circumcise. I mean, and the only reason
Yes,
Americans do
that's
it is because that Kellogg guy thought it was a good way to get boys to not
Well,
do the self-censoring thing.
circumcision goes
That
back
worked,
to the
didn't it?
Jews.
Yeah, as if this is any way of stopping boys from doing what boys are going to do.
Well, we did
No.
try graham crackers.
Have you tried just pointing at his area and yelling "dirty, dirty, dirty" over and over again?
Well, that's what we did with Ed Gein, and that turns out real well. Mama said she was a bad lady, so I just wore a suit of her, and then Sling Blade. I like biscuits.
Yeah,
So
so
many
many
armadillos.
Yeah, depends. I call it elephant trunk.
Armadillos.
I learned so many things.
But I learned the elephant trunk from an episode of Sex in the City back in the day, because one of them
Right.
had an uncircumcised boyfriend,
Uh-huh.
and that's
Ooh.
what she called it. Oh, Chuck gifted 20 memberships. Nice.
Once
I wish Dave was here. I wish Dave was here so he could pronounce all the names.
Yeah.
It went to Irish, La Tahena, Vodka Blood,
Irish.
Portland Thunder, Living on Love, Jay Cares, Brody Brumfield, JB, Alan Walsh, Samantha Joe, Justin, Shikomite, Kaylee, Crimson Queen, Dirk Diggler, that's a name, Carmen Dustuff, Pernilla G, Catherine Fraser, John Rano, and Flux. Yay! Flux is back as a member.
Did you say Flux? Oh, yay! Flux is here.
No, Branca's here.
Hello.
But Flux was given
Hey,
a
folks.
membership. Yeah. Yeah, and all you new members, and for you who are returning members, members-only content all over my channel, most of LawTube, and the link to the Discord will be in the member section. Hi,
Welcome, everybody.
Hi, Branca.
Hey, I hope I didn't miss any masturbation talk.
Well, you might have. It's
we
quite
can
possible.
always pull it longer.
Hey, Branca, have you ever heard the term cracker fat?
No. Well, I heard it 3 minutes ago while I was setting up my
Right.
microphone and all this stuff and
Okay.
listening to you guys in the background, but not prior to that.
Not
Oh, this is
really.
awkward.
See, I'm always amazed that people don't know these things. Yeah, cracker fat is like just common vernacular for me. So yeah, crack a fat.
Yeah, Drunk Me got a tie to me, but I don't think he Drunk Me actually watched the length of the tie. But
Looks like a schoolgirl tie.
yeah.
Where's the skirt, Nicholas? You need a little.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't opened
Hit
all the
me, baby,
packages
one
yet.
more time.
Come on.
So
Let's see
I might
it.
have it killed somewhere in
Stand
there. What? This?
Someone wanted to be Britney Spears,
I mean,
and who doesn't?
I haven't opened packages I sent myself for weeks, and
2023
somewhere in here it's stuff I have no idea who sent it. Thank you to whoever sent it. It's a bit creepy, but sure. I need to set up an American PO box of sorts. Because even though it's sweet, it's kind of creepy that people find out my address.
Oh, don't ever do that. You can't ever give out your real address. Oh, good.
No,
God, I had
I've
some
never.
lunatic-
Here's the thing: I've never put out my real address, but then I was stupid enough and have my real name, so it's not that difficult if you actually want to find out. But please don't. Uh,
Yeah, somebody called our customer. We don't even give out our office address. We have a postal box for business mail, and some lunatic called our customer support line, said he was waiting outside our office to tell me what a fraud I was, and he wasn't leaving until he could tell me that. And he was outside the postal box. It's like a UPS store. It's obviously not our office. Like, what the hell are you doing?
Okay,
As
so
it happened, I was out
he
of
does-
state, so meeting him was not an option. But it's like, good Lord, people are crazy.
yeah, but I mean,
And it's his
of all
area
the
code
people-
was
I
like
mean,
from
of all
Chicago.
the people to try to challenge, I mean, the one who
Yeah.
knows all the
He-
self-defense laws and
Knows how to-
practices regularly. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the one
listen,
you want to challenge.
I don't get into fights. If I can run away from a fight, I'm going to do that 100 times
Yeah.
out of 100.
Well,
But,
yeah,
but let's not
way to
make
announce
things
that-
awkward.
like, okay, I'll just call the cops. Thank you. You're welcome. Anything else
Yeah.
you'd like to confess to as you're,
Mm.
confessing a probable terroristic threat?
Oh, and he called twice. He called back hours later. He was still there.
Gotta
Out in front of the
admire
UPS
his
store.
tenacity.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
I got a few decent threats, but only one that was actually serious. But then again, he threatened because he said, "I know these people," and I know those too. A few of them are my clients. Are you sure you want to go this route? I mean, I'm a union rep. I handle people.
Teamsters.
Handle people.
Yeah, handle people. No, I mean, I meet people who, if you are a lawyer, we meet people. We never want to have them against us, but we sure as hell will rarely have them against us because they know if shit hits the fan, I'm the one they call. So, yeah,
Like
not
Batman.
the best. The Batman.
Yeah.
No, so but yeah, it was a serious one. So, but still, I live rural. I have farm tools that are designed to break up dirt. Not a good idea.
As I
True.
told
You
that
could
UPS
dispose
story,
of a
my
body.
phone got a call from an unknown number. I hope it's on the same guy. You're talking about me on the internet.
Oh, I mean, I have
I'm
46.
sure he just wants to wish me a Merry Christmas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
He
yeah.
sounds like he has love in his heart.
I'm sure. Hey,
Yeah, but
No
And
one
he should
does
he
that.
should leave his heart with just love in it.
yeah,
No.
love, not lead.
You have no haters, Bronco. There's just no one that doesn't like you at all. How could anyone
Oh.
not like you?
I'm a nice guy.
Yeah,
Ah,
I just
Yeah,
tell the
you-
truth, and that bothers a lot of
this is
people.
what I keep telling people. I'm like, how could you not like this guy? He's lovely.
No, I get it. I totally get it. Most human beings live in a some degree of a state of delusion, and it's very uncomfortable when that gets disrupted. It's just
That's what
Well,
it is.
Look,
that's why we have rules about like courtesy and politeness, and you're hesitant to tell someone they have a booger hanging out of their nose and that kind of stuff. That's how civilization operates. And then you throw meat into the mix, and
course.
everybody gets upset.
That's true.
Hey, nice booger.
Yeah, I mean, this next year I'm going to worry about my health more, but right now I'm comfortable with the lie that the government and I have agreed on my driver's license. But I realize that it's a delusion. I am not shocked
Mo-
that the number
Well, then
is
it's not a
real.
delusion.
Yeah.
If you realize it's
Mo-
not a delusion.
Mo, what about
It's a
your
lie.
Euro duty? Have you gone to Euro duty yet, Mo?
Oh, no, that's the entire next year I get to. And I can only imagine that when I'm asked for my my whatever I call this, my tax deductible hobby or my intermittent semi-professional career, when I say what I do, I'll be nixed from every trial from here to Armageddon.
Were you
Unless
called to a grand jury or a trial jury?
just blanket jury duty, I could be called anytime during the year.
You don't know. They don't
What-
tell you.
Can I ask what state you're in?
Indiana.
Is that how they do it? They just give you notice, like sometime in the next year we're going to call you.
That's how they do it in the county that I'm in. Now,
Wow,
it's
that's
a
interesting.
fairly rural county, but I do live in the city that is the county seat.
Mm-hmm.
So, not sure, but you know, I may or may not go in with my puff paint shirt that says, ask me about nullification or get hard, read Bronca. I mean, I'll help. I'll try to wear merch
Walk
for
in with one of my
everyone. I
books.
really will.
The law of self-defense principles. Would everybody like a copy? They're free. Law of
Hey,
self-defense.
self-defense
I'll
case.
stand right in front of the courthouse, like where the Jehovah's Witnesses stand too.
Right.
And I have to wear a skirt because of my legs. So, I mean, people won't even know the difference. I'll be
Awesome.
telling people to get hard right next to the Jehovah's Witnesses, which would tickle me to death because I think it would be
Oh,
hilarious.
oh, please bring a camera. Please.
Oh,
I'm already going
Well,
straight to
the
hell,
good
y'all. I
news
think I
is
might
that
not
if
want to
you-
mess with Jehovah's Witnesses.
If you do get seated for a trial, most trials are pretty short. So even
Yeah.
most murder trials are
Well,
only a couple
yeah.
days. We get a biased perspective because we follow the trials that are on TV, and those trials tend to go for weeks. But a typical murder
Yeah.
trial in the U.S. is a day, 2 days.
Yeah, I just doubt that anyone's gonna, since I now know things and know more than the average, let's say, bus stop person, I doubt that either side will be very happy to have me on there because I'll be able to tell the other people, hey, this and this and this is what they're saying because they don't have shit and ballistics is retarded.
Yeah, you never know. So in a prior life, I did a lot of kind of high-end consulting for the pharmaceutical industry, the life sciences industry, biotech, and all that. So I know a lot of science, and I got called for jury duty, and then they wanted to seat me on a medical malpractice case involving biotech stuff, and I'm like, I know a lot about this stuff, and this company's product is garbage, and I don't think you want me on this jury. And they didn't ask me any of the right questions during voir dire. So at the end of voir dire, it's like, all right, you people are picked. Do you have anything to say? And I said, Your Honor, I'd like to talk to you if I could. And I said, listen, I know a lot of stuff about the subject matter that you probably don't want a juror to be aware of. And he just looked me dead in the eye, and he said, "Are you telling me you cannot be an impartial juror?" And I was like, "MFer, no, I can do it." So he seated me on the jury, but then the morning of the trial, this was civil litigation. The morning of the trial, they settled, so I never actually had to serve as a juror. But
How long was it going to be?
But they didn't care I was a lawyer. They didn't care about my expertise in the subject matter.
Well, I would think the lawyers would.
Well, they didn't know because I only told the
Oh.
judge. So the
Okay.
lawyers didn't ask the right question,
Okay.
They didn't
Which
ask the
happens a
right
lot, by the way.
questions.
Yeah.
Especially if you
Wow.
go the Maya trial, and then we find out that the defendants, the J-Hatch, even
They just-
though they crossed in, have you had a relative that has been charged with a crime? You can point in yes or no. The people who crossed in yes, the defendants never asked them questions about it. And yeah,
The
that
defense
trial
never
is-
asked them questions.
no questions from J-Hatch about, okay, your relative have you or your relative been charged with a crime? Yes or no. Have you or your relative a history of self-ending? Yes or no. No follow-up questions from J-Hatch.
Yeah, and all that
And-
stuff only matters if the defense is aggressively arguing to remove the juror. The jurors could have lied on the forms. They could have been ambiguous on the forms. None of that matters
Yep.
unless the defense aggressively argues to remove the juror. And by the way, if they do aggressively argue, there's two options, right? The juror is removed, or the judge listens to the argument and says, "No, that we can seat that juror anyway."
Yeah.
And it's essentially an unappealable decision. So
Yeah. But now, after the decision and everything, the 261 million decision and everything, now, after everything is done, now the defense want to interview that juror number one.
No,
and the
this is all
judge
theater.
and the judge allowed it.
Of course they
Well,
want to.
The judge will ask the questions, not the
Yeah.
defense. But it's still BS because the judge even said he doesn't
Yeah,
think there's
because
machine here.
they knew everything about this juror, and then they still waited to object until after
After
the judgment.
Yeah, people don't understand, but the entire Western legal system is in a state of slow collapse. So
Yeah.
Oh,
it starts with the collapse of the quality of the law schools and the students going into and graduating from law school. Eventually, those students become lawyers. Eventually, those lawyers become trial judges. Eventually, those trial judges become appellate court judges, and eventually they become state Supreme Court judges, and maybe they go into the federal courts. But if they're fundamentally incompetent, that's what's infiltrating your legal system, and that's what we have happening
By
here
design.
in the U.S. So we're going to see more and more crazy legal arguments by incompetent lawyers. We're going to see more and more crazy trial decisions by incompetent trial judges. More crazy appellate court decisions by incompetent appellate court judges. Eventually, it'll get up. I mean, we already have a couple on the U.S. Supreme Court who I would put in that category. And all you need is, you get 5 of them on the U.S. Supreme Court,
Yeah.
and the whole thing becomes a circus.
What do you think's causing it, Branka? Like, is it starting in the institutions, like in
Well,
the
the whole
schools?
educational system
Yeah.
generally is just woke, right? So you don't go to law school until you graduate from college. So everyone who's gone to law school has been indoctrinated through a woke university for at least 4 years,
Okay.
right?
Understand?
So then they get to law school, and law schools are utterly woke. They're even more woke
Yeah.
than the
Yeah.
university. So now you have
Than normal
3 years of
university.
that indoctrination.
Yeah.
And it's brutal because you can't even hide anymore. So when I was in college
Yeah.
and law school in the 80s and 90s, you could just keep your mouth shut and kind of hunker down, do your work, get your grades, not get engaged politically. But now they aggressively look for people being quiet, and it's like,
Yeah.
you are too quiet. We want you to affirm our woke beliefs. So either you have to parrot the line, or you get castigated, or some girl will say you did something inappropriate with her, and now you're in front of a review committee from the school. Maybe you did 2.5 years of law school, and now they're going to kick you out, so it would all have been pointless. So people are terrified. And then these incompetent woke people graduate from law school, and states in America are now doing away with the bar exam. So there's no actual test of competency anymore.
They've been
Bar
lessening. They've been
So you got the
lessening
woke degree from the woke professors, and that's sufficient now to represent yourself as a lawyer and represent
Yeah.
clients.
Give
And
it a few
eventually,
By
years.
bar
lawyer-
exam.
And these are
Okay.
politically motivated people, so they're not going to stay lawyers. They're going to become judges. And if so you stay judge long enough, and if you're politically motivated, you're going to work your way up the political judicial ladder, which means you
Yes.
go from being a municipal court judge to a trial court judge to an appellate court judge, and then your state Supreme Court judge is just as woke as it's like a filtering system to optimize for the utmost woke at the highest
Yes.
levels of the judicial system.
Now, is this
Okay,
just a
Branka,
coincidence?
you're not-
or-
You're
By
not thinking
design.
of this the right way, because I could now become a judge. Judge Mo, and I'm sending everyone to that F to Snake Island. About done with this. If we're just not going with it. The founding fathers wrote more in the Constitution about the judiciary and putting limits on that because they saw what an extreme political judiciary would do, and we are screwing it up. And I hate this.
Well, the
And
left is
I'm
just
just gonna
much
tell all-
better at fighting for and winning the social institutions of power than the right is. The right is off. I don't know. They're doing what I'm doing. They're working for a living. I'm not interested in being involved in politics. It doesn't engage me.
Yeah.
But the left is very interested. And so they're
Um,
very engaged in that, and they're very effective at taking over institutions. And those of us who are working are kind of busy doing our lives, and we're not really noticing what's going on until it influences us personally. But we're pretty close. In my opinion, we're pretty close to the tipping point where, listen, I'm almost 60. I don't have to hang out that long. All right. Things don't have to collapse for me for just maybe another 2 or 3 decades. I feel bad for people who are 20, 30, 40 years. I feel bad for the 20-year-olds coming through the system now, because they are, unless
ask you a
things change
question?
dramatically, it's going to be a much crueler world that they come into for anyone who's interested in something like individual liberties.
Here's the thing. Something that is through the decades. If the swing swings too far at one end, it will come back at some point. everything gets back in some shape or form.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
For a long time, that was
Get
the
your
case.
laudanum.
But I don't know, with the way the left has infected so many institutions, they can just say, no, we're not going with it,
Yeah.
and overrule.
Yeah. And I mean, I should be the most leftist person out there. I'm in a socialistic country. I'm a union rep. I should be the wokest man alive. My
Can I
colleagues.
ask a question, please, Branka? Sorry. I come from a country where there's no there's no district attorneys or anything like that, or judges that are elected. So even though
So
the
they're inherently
university-
political, right? I mean, elections are inherently political.
yeah, elections are for politicians. Therefore,
Judges are now politicians.
judges are not.
Well, no,
They're-
If your
they're-
judges are elected, they're politicians.
but they're not elected.
Oh, they're appointed.
Oh,
So they're
not
not.
elected. Okay.
They're
okay.
not
So,
elected. Yeah.
okay.
So
I
our judges are
misunderstood.
not elected. Yes, they're not. Our district attorneys, our prosecutors are not elected. No one in the legal system is elected by the
Right.
by the public.
But they're appointed by people who are
They're-
elected.
Let's open a new
They
package.
work their way up the system. So there is. I won't say there's no influence by politicians. I'm sure there
But I
is.
don't understand. So
Um,
there's 4 people who want to be prosecutor in a jurisdiction.
Oh, I know what this is.
How does the winner get picked?
I ordered more
It's all,
of
it's all done
these.
through the there's the administrators, like the civil servants, public servants, and that's all in the prosecutor's department. So I'm not saying that the minister doesn't have any say whatsoever, but it's not like it's not like the prosecutors have like a public persona. They
So
don't.
you can imagine it's like seniority based, right? It's whoever's
Yes.
been there longest. Okay, all right. So that's probably as apolitical as you could get, except for the fact that
Yeah.
different. So a particular kind of personality goes into a job that's purely seniority based, right? I
Yes.
would never go into a job or career that was seniority based because I consider myself an overperformer and I can do far better on my merits than if I
Yeah.
just wait to get old enough or in the job long enough to get a raise or a promotion or something like that.
There
So
is
a
that.
guy like me would never enter that profession if I just have to sit at a desk and wait my time before I have an opportunity. So
Yeah.
the fact that it's a seniority based system effectively filters out people like me and filters
It
in people
does.
who are comfortable with that kind of
does.
dynamic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there is that problem. However, what I was going to ask is, do you think that this problem that's happening in the US, where there is a situation where it's very politicized, could that be
A solution.
a solution?
No,
But
I really
it's
don't.
It's
because
never
I
going.
think-
It's
I
never
think
going
the
to happen.
fundamental human drivers. I think the infection that is progressive fascism has a certain characteristic, which is that people. It's like you have to understand it's really a religion. So people
Yeah.
Adopt this religious faith, and they care much more about their standing within the faith than they do care about any kind of objective measures. So when you see the Bud Light, a man's beer, adopt a transgender person as their spokesman. It's not the people who drink Bud Light who selected Dylan Mulvaney to do that. It's the CEO and the senior executives of the company because they're all
Stunning and
elites.
brave.
They've adopted this religion of progressive fascism. They care much more about their standing within their social class, within that religious cult, than they do about the profitability of the company. They're making plenty of money. It doesn't really affect them. If Bud loses
like
$1 billion, it doesn't really affect them financially on a personal level.
No.
You see the same thing with Disney. You see the same with the NFL. This is a religious issue. It's not a rational.
We're having a discussion about politics and law, and Nick really wants to open his box.
Oh, sorry.
He's like, oh,
This is something I reordered because it's funny as hell. These are fluorescent pebbles.
oh.
And My cousin down the street discovered about a few weeks ago that he had these fluorescent pebbles in the shape of a dong on his driveway. He was very, very happy about that. And now I ordered more. So I can spread the joy to more neighbors. Yeah, so I ordered 2 bags.
Oh my
Huge.
goodness.
These
That's
are the
awesome.
funniest thing ever because you can just spread it out evenly and it just glows in the dark, or you can spread it out in the shape of stuff, and that's even more fun. Yes, I'm. My humor is 12 years old. That I never evolved from 12-year-old humor.
That's
Well,
fair.
yeah.
I don't think any of us really did we?
So because it's
No.
kind of innocent. So if you have a neighbor with a pebble driveway or something, I think I paid like $10 for 500 pebbles, and
What?
if
You
they
need
don't
to find
like
a neighbor with a gravel driveway. They'll never
Yeah.
get rid of that stuff.
But then you can always spread it out yourself if you don't like the shape that it's in, like my cousin down down the driveway did. He was not happy. Well, he was amused. His wife wasn't as amused for some odd reason. It's weird, but I had lots of fun, especially when he called me, Nick. Did you? Yes. Member for 1 month. Merry Christmas, degenerates.
Oh.
Psychotic doll. Hey, member for 1 month. Thank you so much. Not in danger of electrocute. That's a coat. What? Say what? When?
What? What?
Oh,
Oh,
this?
your
No,
light
no, no.
ups.
What?
My
Oh,
light
that.
up. No,
I did actually wonder about that.
no, it's just LED lights and a battery. So,
Wow.
but I have 2 more to open. I wonder what this is. Because
I love it when you buy something, you're like, what the hell is that? When you have 6 kids to buy for and
Yeah,
the
but the
Amazon
pebble-
packages come in, you're like, I don't
the
even-
pebbles I knew about because I thought it was so fun. But the cat suit, I'm not entirely sure. It might have been drunk me. And then let's see what this is.
Only drunk you would think that Jingles was going to let you put a cat cape on him. Please let it be a members only jacket.
Oh. What the frick? It
Please
says
let it be an adult
Uract
toy.
scalp massager and back scratcher set. Okay.
I did not send this, but this sounds hilarious.
Oh, it's on telescope.
Oh, okay.
Oh, 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 oh,
Oh.
oh, yeah. Oh,
I think
Audio
Nick's
will
going to
be
need a
on
sock
only-
after all.
Audio will be on
I don't use
OnlyFans later
socks.
for those of you who like audio only. Just
Oh, that was amazing.
Oh, okay. That needs cooking.
And scalp. I got 2 of them. I almost said I don't have 2 heads, but it's these.
Solomon! Solomon's
Oh, let's
here.
see what this does.
Hello.
Yeah.
Say hi to Jen and the little
Well,
boy.
it's no shake weight, but you know.
Build up
Not
those
entirely
forearms.
sure if it's Drunk Me or somebody else, but whoever it was, the back scratcher is amazing. That was fun. Hi, Sol. Hey, Solomon. How are you doing?
Hey, Solomon.
Oh, Happy New Christmas and Merry New Year to Sol and everyone. I just sent in my podcast Wrongful, so I sent in my thoughts. So I don't know if they are going to use it or not. Yeah, I'm good. Thank you, Sol, and I hope you are doing okay as well, and that Zach is doing as good as he can where he is wrongfully.
Wrongfully.
On the road, maybe I will pop in soon. Okay, you're most welcome. I'll be doing this for half an hour more. Then Dave, I think, is going on his Christmas stream.
Yep.
And I have one more package to open, but I will wait for. I will wait a bit. But still, I'm still waiting for jingles to show up, so I can put on
Oh,
Video
bell
or
and
it
everything.
never happened.
Jingles.
where is
See-
Jingles?
Yeah, I
We need
don't
to see
know.
this.
I don't know where
We
he
need
is.
to see this happen.
Yeah, but if I'm putting my life on the line, because a cat who doesn't even want a necklace and getting this on him, he's going to kill me. I mean, it's still a 12-pound cat. I mean, it's not like it's yeah, but it will be fun.
Speaking of cats,
Jingles.
So Nick likes a big pussy.
he sure does.
My big ginger pussy.
Yep. Speaking of big ginger pussies, where's mine?
Oh, don't stand up. I don't know.
Shut up.
Now, it's Christmas time and everything. So how about around what's going on for actual Christmas? Mo.
Okay. So as you know, me and Nick Cannon are repopulating the world and Elon Musk. So,
Yeah.
I have all the children. So as a type A person, to the max, I have little papers where I have everyone sit down, they have their laundry basket, and then we go in rounds and people can open up one thing and they have to throw
Hey,
away
y'all.
their
Hey,
paper
Kaiser.
and packages.
Yeah,
So-
so I am
And-
sorry. I am on the road, so I can't turn my camera on right now. But as soon as I get back home, I'll try and do that. I didn't plan on there being any hiccups, but then suddenly everything kind of went to hell in a handbasket. So, hi, everybody. I'm trying to make sure that I don't miss another stream from Nick.
It's okay.
Hello, Kaiser.
Life happens.
Oh, jeez.
So you're out and collecting people or presents or anything?
Well, in the current rate, I'm trying to find some Santa hats because apparently my wife threw all of ours out a few years ago. And I'm like,
wasn't-
wait, we used to have like a dozen of those things. She's like, yeah, I threw them all out. I'm like, okay, well, I need one for tomorrow. And she's like, okay, well, go ahead and get like 6 more while you're out. Why? Because we're hosting Christmas. I'm like, why didn't you just hang on to the ones we had? I don't know. They were taking up space.
But Christmas
Kaiser,
hats
do
are
not
something
argue with
you
her.
save until they fall apart. Well, the
You
mics
know,
get-
Nick, I'm right there with you. They take up next to no space. They sit in a
Yep.
box for 11 months out of the year.
Yeah, it's with the
What?
rest of the Christmas stuff. I mean, it's not. It's one box with all of
Exactly. One box.
Oh,
Although-
not in this house.
Well, I should actually restate that it probably takes up 20 totes, and I'm talking like the giant ass totes, like in my garage because, well, yeah.
American Christmas.
No, that it's my wife. I love her to pieces, but you know what? She has two modes. Holiday, go the hell to like town and just do everything, or nothing.
Oh. Yeah. I like holidays. And it's not
Yeah.
like, I mean, I love everything about it. I mean, I decorated this little office space, and I had the candles in the windows and stuff like that. And my tractor accidentally got lights on them. And but
Accidentally?
well, maybe not so accidentally. I accidentally not so accidentally bought too
Oh.
much of these lights to hang around, and I decided that the tractor, yeah, that's my Christmas decoration this year. But that's just like LED lights. I mean, it's the package is like this big, and I bought 4 of them, and now my tractor is my Christmas ornament outside. But I mean, everything else is. I mean, there are people in Sweden who does the American Christmas with all the bells and whistles, but I have one box, and then most of the Christmas stuff is up until Easter. Just not turned on, and then it's Easter, and okay, now I might try to untangle everything and bring it back in the box, and then it's Easter stuff out, and Easter's done. Okay, and that will be up until midsummer, and then it's midsummer, and that stuff will be out until Halloween, and then it's Halloween stuff,
Mhm.
and after Halloween it's back to Christmas again, and it's one box each.
I think my garage, if there's like 15 totes, and they're like the big contractor grade stackable, like 30-gallon totes that are probably just all Christmas stuff. And then I got maybe 5 for Halloween, 2 for Easter, and then 1 for every other holiday after that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but I mean, I enjoy Christmas, and it's good because up here in the north, close to the Arctic Circle, it's dark and it's cold and it's wet and everything. You need some lights, and I do know that some people don't like Christmas because of trauma, because of people, because of everything. And I mean, at my age, I mean, I visit more funerals than weddings, so it's not like I can avoid it, but and then this year, me and my neighbor, we are swapping families for Santa. So we will both go out to buy the paper, and all the kids, 3 to 6, I say, "Oh, sure, you're just going to buy the paper," and then we switch families, and that's a bit fun.
That's
cool.
Now, where were we? Yeah, Christmas. We asked Mo, and Kaiser also had his. Hella, what the actual F are you doing at Christmas? Because it's the hottest season of the year. It
is. It is like the surface of the sun, basically here in Queensland, Australia, and you can't actually just say what's it like in Australia at summertime, because Queensland is the goddamn worst. Actually, it's not the worst. Darwin's the worst. Queensland's the worst.
So how hot is it?
Besides Darwin, it's about between 36 and 40 degrees Celsius.
I was going to say, what's that in freedom units, 80? Not commie units?
No, so idea. 70 or 80.
No, it's more. No. It's about 100.
I can't math. Why am I saying anything?
But
I'm over here
the thing
like
about it is, it's not just that we have like 90 to 95% humidity, right?
36 Celsius is 96.8 Fahrenheit. Freedom units.
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, that's bracing.
pass.
whilst the heat's very bad, it's also the humidity. So basically, it's like you're just walking through just thick, disgusting, wet air, and everything just sticks to your face, and it's gross. So here at Christmas time, we don't stay indoors. We tend to stay out, like on our deck. We don't say dick.
Do you
say
put a
deck.
shrimp on the
But-
Barbie?
We don't call them shrimp. We call them prawns. That's a myth.
Ah,
And
damn
we
you,
do have
Crocodile
barbecues.
Dundee.
Yes, that is
Learning all
quite a
my
myth.
culture from them and Rescuers Down Under.
Most of us have barbecues, though. That is a normal thing for us. And yeah, we have Christmas lunch, not Christmas dinner. And yeah, it's always an outdoor thing generally.
Mm.
Or if we do go indoor, we have air conditioning on full blast. And we have pavlova. So do you know what pavlova is?
It's a
Uh,
dessert or sort.
Yeah, it's a dessert.
Meringues
Yes, it's meringue. Yeah,
with fruit.
cream and all tropical fruit, because here in Queensland we have the best tropical fruit at this time of year. So mango and kiwi fruit and like peaches and cherries and all that kind of stuff at this time. So lots of tropical stuff. Because,
I
yeah.
heard
I was
there's
gonna say I've watched a couple episodes of Bluey. I know what she's talking about.
Yeah, Bluey is in my city. Bluey's set right
Yep.
in my town.
Oh my
Oh.
goodness.
Yeah.
But I heard
And
Bluey.
Queensland has a bit of a flooding now going on.
Queensland, there's a bit of flooding in Queensland right at the moment, but basically, Queensland's known to flood around this time of year. Brisbane, especially, Brisbane's not flooded right now, but Brisbane is known. That's the capital city. Brisbane is known to flood from the river. So we have a river that goes right through our city from the inland, and we have flooded several times in the last decade. In fact, I have witnessed a couple of really nasty floods in my lifetime, and they've left me really in a bad state in regard to just like, being worried about flooding. Like I had quite the traumatic, like what do you call it, reaction to the big floods that happened in 2011. I wasn't ready for it. I just didn't think my city would flood, because I thought that there was a 1 in 100 year flood happened in 1972. And I mean, obviously I wasn't alive for that, but I heard about it and I thought, oh yeah, 1 in 100 year flood happened. It's done. I'll never live to see one. And then it happened. And houses in my city just went right under.
So it's
and,
more or
it
less
was very
crocodile relocation flooding.
Pretty much. Oh yeah. like there's just it's like sharks. They live in our waterways, and yeah, the sharks just relocated into like middle of the city, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean it's a Festivus time for crocodiles and sharks. Like, oh,
Festivus for the rest of us.
yeah, I mean it
Yeah.
must be good. I mean, oh, I'm moving in here downstairs and food's upstairs, screaming.
Yeah, very nice. It's gross. Flood water is gross, by the way. Like you think like
Oh,
flooding
it's
is
feces.
It is
I was gonna say.
It's literally feces with
It's
sharks and
literally
crocodiles in it.
It stinks so bad. It's just water.
Yeah.
It's humid and
Ugh. I can still smell it.
Yeah,
Every time there's a
luckily
flood on the news and I see people wading through the streets with like knee deep in
Yeah.
the waters, I'm like, oh my
Wading through
god.
feces.
And here's Solomon.
Knee
Hi,
deep in
Solomon.
shit.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Hey.
Walk barefoot in the airport without getting all skeeved out when they make you take your shoes off. I'm like, I didn't bring any C4 in my shoes. Why am I getting in trouble? These are
It's like you walk through
damn it.
floodwaters and then you got to get tested afterwards.
Oh, you do. It's just you
Especially
can't get
in
yourself
my neck
clean
of the
for
woods.
weeks.
Yeah, we
That's
had a
Oh, we know
storm
what you
surge.
had.
around here.
We had a storm surge earlier today. At its peak, it was 5 feet. So all the wealthy people with coastline villas.
Like I was helping people clean up their houses during the 2011 floods, and it was between like just people with regular houses to people with mansions. and we were just cleaning them out with bleach and stuff. It didn't matter who they were. Everyone was just like completely needing help.
Yeah, but
Goddamn
here in
climate
Sweden,
change.
here in Sweden, when the wealthy people, let's build our house 2 feet from the waterfront. In their contract, it says you are responsible for your own safety and for erosion and everything. And I'm going to do all of that. Do they? Do they really? No, they don't. So I went. I was earlier today or last night. I was down there. We were doing the sandbagging because we have with the electrical stuff and everything, so we had to sandbag around it. And these wealthy people, oh, can you come to our house next? No.
Well, for a fee.
For a fee, I'd have been like, yeah, $20 is $20, y'all. Just saying. I got 6 kids to put through welding school.
Yeah, and this county I live in, that for the past decade they have really been. Let's get all the wealthy people here. Let's give all of them access to the waterfront and all the bills and everything. But then they had to write, yes, I'm responsible for the erosion and everything. And I can't avoid being a bit, what you call it, happy.
Happy.
Schadenfreude.
Schadenfreude. And
Right.
because I really don't care about these fuckers. I really don't. They knew
There's the leftist. There's the Nick leftist coming out.
They knew exactly where they built their fucking $1 million
That's fair.
villa. They knew exactly where it was, and then they know exactly the risks.
Yeah, I'm right there with Nick, by the way, because these people who buy
Yeah.
these kinds of homes, they can afford to lose the home. I mean,
Yeah.
they'll just build another home. They'll build a nicer home. You know, it doesn't really matter. They just don't want to have to pay.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
why they use
Yeah.
their political influence to get other people to get, normal people to pay.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if you're rich enough to own one of those homes, the fact is, it could get wiped out and you don't care. I mean, you'll just build another one.
You know what though? It's like people. This is really weird in my city. People forget so quickly what happens, right? Like
Human nature.
it's amazing. Like the prices of the houses in these areas has shot back up again so fast, and
Right.
people are just buying these houses again, and they literally just got rebuilt. And I'm not kidding. I have family who like nephews and a niece and nephew who bought a house in a flood zone, and I'm like, why did you buy a house in a flood zone? It literally just got flooded like 8 years ago, 10 years
Can you
ago.
get insurance on it?
Yeah. Well,
Hand of God insurance are
But-
non-existent.
In
it's
our
so
city you
hard to
can.
get insurance
However,
coverage in a flood zone. Insurance
It costs-
companies
it
will
costs
fight
a lot.
that tooth and nail.
It costs a lot, but the problem is it got flooded again. But
Yeah.
then they just had to. They've just spent a year and a half waiting for the thing to get rebuilt again, because it got flooded again.
Mm.
Just like I'm not speaking about it. I don't want to talk to you about it. Mm.
So how are you, Saul?
Well, I came down with a sick, so my tiny
Yes.
baby brought our most likely RSV back home from daycare. So you can hear I'm a little nasally, a little hoarse, but that's also why I'm not on camera, because I'm miserable.
Yeah.
But
You too,
I
huh?
would pop in and wish everybody a Merry Christmas.
Oh,
Merry
thank you.
Merry Christmas to you too.
Merry Christmas, all.
Thank you.
There's a lot of it going around.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, my kids had it too.
The creeping crud is about.
Yep.
No
It's
better
COVID,
way
right?
to spend the holiday than laid up with an upper respiratory infection.
Oh,
Not for nothing, but Dayquil and vodka, you have yourself a Dayquil teeny. You don't remember much afterwards, but you suffer in happiness.
yeah,
You still don't
But it
feel.
don't do
You
that.
still don't feel good, but you don't care.
Yeah,
yeah. But that's my
have yourself
grandmother's.
5-6 hot toddies. And
Yeah,
you'll
that's
be
my
fine.
grandmother's number one. Whatever you drink, a third of it must be cognac. You won't get better, but you don't care. That's I
Sounds like
love
a
my
nice
grandma.
May as well die happy and drunk.
Yeah, might as well.
There you go.
Hey,
Yeah. And here's
I'm
the thing
kinda
about
right there.
Sweden that I like when it comes to the flu and the other thing. We were never forced to do anything.
Yeah, and people were so pissed at Sweden too here. Like there are
Yeah.
articles about, oh, Sweden, how dare they? Don't they know how dangerous this is?
Yeah. And first of all, you have to be 6 feet apart, and everybody was, why so close?
Same.
And
Like, we were
and
all
then,
talking about Sweden too.
everything is volunteer because we don't make laws when it comes to public health. We don't.
Well.
We make recommendations.
Golly.
That's the closest
That's
thing you
nice.
can do with before it becomes a law. But our Congress says we will not we will not make a law because we don't know what comes after.
Trust the science.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
why.
Well, I saw an interview with whatever Sweden's, the head of their Department of Health or whatever you guys call it over there. He was interviewed on an English language station, and they said, "Why aren't you locking down?" And he said, "Well, I'm looking at the actual science.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm looking at the actual data, and it doesn't,
Yeah,
No worries.
doesn't call for locking down."
yeah, because kids getting flu, they will survive,
Yeah.
and then the next person who gets it from them, but then it's weakened.
Exactly.
So
I mean, I had it February of 2020, and I won't lie, it was brutal.
Did you really? February 2020.
Yeah.
You had the original one.
Wow.
yeah, but I because it's
But-
my choice, but
I got
I
it, Mark.
take every shot and booster available to mankind. I don't care. I don't care. If it's out there, give it to me and shoot me up. And maybe it's make it worse. I don't know. Maybe it makes it better. I don't know. But I'm still here. But that's my choice.
Nicholas we're on Flipper watch for Nicholas.
Well, so far, I've had COVID 4 times.
Jesus.
Yeah,
And
I think I've had
I
4 or
took the
5.
first 2 vaccination shots when they came out with the little card they gave you.
Yeah.
But just 2 months ago, I tested positive for COVID again.
How bad was it?
It wasn't bad. I didn't know. So the first time I tested positive for COVID, I wasn't sick.
Oh.
I went into the doctor for to have a wart removed or something, and they tested me for COVID. I tested positive. I'm like, I don't even have a cough. I don't have a fever. There's nothing wrong with me.
Yeah. But
This last time I went in because I did have a cold. And because I don't smoke anymore, but I smoked cigarettes for 25 years. So it's very common for me when I get a cold, it turns into a sinus infection. Because I screwed up my sinuses with 25 years of smoking cigarettes. But I went in for that just for the sinus infection. I wasn't coughing. I didn't have a fever, but I had this drip, post-nasal drip. And all I wanted was antibiotics for that. But they just routinely tested me for COVID. And the doctor comes back in and she's wearing like one of these full spacesuit hazmats. And they made me leave through the back door. The back
Few
door of
months
the
ago?
building, like into the wrong side of the parking lot. I had to walk all the way around the building to get to my car.
How long ago was that?
A month?
Holy God.
Oh,
Andrew,
Are
are
yeah.
you
you
doing a
pretending it was
TikTok
like
dance?
it was your first time at dealing with the back door? Is that what's happening?
Speaking of,
Hey, we all went to college. Come on.
$20 is $20.
I mean,
Hey, I saw that you
Here's
were
the thing,
you were out shooting with Ian Runkle, right? Runkle flew in. And
Yeah,
you,
we were
you two
down at Donut and Donut operators and AK guys and demolition ranches. They had a range day last month in Texas, and both Ian and I were down there to shoot. Yeah, it was great. It was amazing.
I bet
Yeah,
that was a lot of
some
fun.
of the footage looked super fun. It looked like you guys got to shoot some really fun guns, some really big ones.
They have every machine gun. And I've been a member of the gun community my whole life since I was a kid. I competed as a kid in small bore rifle shooting, and they had every machine gun I've ever seen. They had stuff from World War II. They had 50 caliber machine guns. They had submachine guns. They had everything. It was amazing. AK-47 shooting full auto. They brought a Hummer there, an operable Hummer to the range. And the last thing we did for the range day was all of us, maybe 150 of us with machine guns, all unloaded for a full minute on this Humvee at the end of the range. The tires blew out. The 50 caliber rounds were somebody had tracers in their machine gun, so you see the flashes of light going into the Humvee. It was, and of course, all those guys are. I mean, between Donut, AK, and Demolition Ranch, that's like 25 million followers on YouTube. So they had a professional film crew there, and they'll make videos out of it. And it's, but yeah, it was great. It was.
So
great. And I rode my motorcycle down there.
American time.
I'm gonna have to jump. I have to go over to MLSN. Thank you, and I'll see some, if not all of you, over there.
I have to get going as well.
Yep. I actually have to duck out because I got to go put the kid to bed.
All right.
All right.
Hey, is MLS starting a show now?
Yeah,
in about 10 minutes.
And you're wrapping up, Nicholas?
Yeah, I'll be wrapping up and send
Wrapping up
everybody
presents?
over there. Yeah.
So excited!
I have-
let MLS know that if he'd like me on, send me a link. I'll be happy to. Come
Oh,
on.
okay. I'll let him know.
And if he doesn't, no offense taken.
All right.
Yeah,
I can
have one
send the
more.
link to you, Branko, if he says yes. Cool.
Okay, cool.
All right, folks. Later.
Later. Yeah, I have one more
End stream.
package to open here.
Cool.
Dun dun dun. Ah. It's a lot of package and not much in it. Oh, it's cat toys. Aw. As if the
Unless
asshole
it's
didn't
cat
have
weed,
enough.
you are still not getting that thing on it.
I mean, it seems like you probably should have opened that one earlier to try and coax Mr. Jingles back to the room to put the collar on him.
Yeah. They would
We
kill
need
me
some
anyway.
strategery.
Oh, that's enough. This is not from me. I know I didn't buy because I know he rarely plays with toys at all. So I know whoever sent it, thank you, but please don't send it to my address. Wait until I get a PO box. It's very sweet, but still also a bit creepy.
No, Nick, does Mr. Jingles play with the cat toys if you put like catnip oil on the plushies or anything?
Nope, because I have catnip grew wild here.
Yeah, but not in winter. Do you?
Well, not in. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, maybe one of these will be Jingles. No, he doesn't give a fuck.
I mean, it's like winter 9 months of the year in Sweden, right? Isn't that right?
Yeah, here's the thing. In the summertime, when it's hot as hell, I can see him out in the driveway where it grows, because why not? And he just lies there in sunlight, and I have to pick the asshole up and put him in the shade because he ate and sniffed and probably smoked it too. Yeah.
Look, every family has a hunter. It just is.
Yes. Genius is a good hunter. He keeps rats and rodents and mice and everything. And he also put up a storage for winter, because out in the barn behind the small tractor, I found 5 full-grown rabbits in a pile. Yep, my cat is a hunter.
Were they unionized?
There you go.
No, they weren't unionized.
He's like, the hell you will unionize.
No, my cat, he fights dogs sometimes when he has to. I mean, he's an asshole completely, but I love the bugger because he's an amazing cat. He's the perfect farm cat, and because he keeps mice, not a problem. Rats, not a problem. Other rodents, not a problem. Rabbits were never a problem, but I guess he's hungry, and yeah, a proper farm cat. So yeah. But thank you so much for all the cat toys, and I guess I have to thank Drunk Me for this costume. I will have jingles in this. It will cost me a limb, but he will be in it. Oh, okay. What's going on in the near future? Okay, I will continue with the trial I'm covering, the Texas v. Dykes. I will have tomorrow. I will have my serial killer Saturday. It will be a double feature tomorrow because I didn't have one last Saturday. It's the Eileen Warnes trial, and
Okay.
it's it's a proper trial. It's so well handled. It's spooky compared to the trials we watched today, and that is 30 years ago. Somehow, if you compare trials 30 years ago with today, it's scary, the difference in how prosecutors conduct themselves. And what else? 29th, I will be, it's my 1-year anniversary. Everybody's invited. And yeah, I still don't know what I'm going to do then. Grift a whole lot. Yeah, so that is in the near future. Mo, what's in your near future?
Well, continuing to do Newsy News at 9 and 7, possibly adding the Newsy News Nooner more regularly. And then definitely getting stuff ready to go for the Groves trial, as I am technologically impaired, which means that me using Google Whiteboard is, well, beyond me. I am craptastic. I'm hoping to be semi-competent in at least 3 or 4 weeks. Moving up from craptastic just to dead awful would be a goal at this point.
Mr. Branca, what are you doing in the near future?
I don't know. I don't know. More of the same. It's always a tension between doing our normal daily live streams that we do on various use of force events in the news and following a trial. There's been a lot of interesting trials lately, but I just haven't had the bandwidth. They're so time consuming, right? Because you have to sit and watch the whole thing, really, every minute of it, and it blocks out everything else. So, and I have the not that I'm complaining, but I want to watch the Anderson trial. I didn't watch it when it first happened. I'd like to watch it. I'd like to have a informed opinion as a lawyer about how the trial went down, but I can't do that unless I watch it. And it's hard to carve out the week or 2 weeks it would take to actually do that. But I'm trying to figure out how to get that done.
Yeah, I sent you the link to Wilhelm Media with the enhanced audio. And if you remove the pauses and stuff like that, I think that it was a 21-day trial, I think, if I remember correctly, Solomon. But
it was 17 trial days or 16 trial days, something like that.
Yeah, but if you remove all the breaks, it's
so probably a week and a half.
Yeah, a week and a half tops. If you
there's a lot of wasted time because Judge Schrader is so long-winded. Now, Branca, there was just another case from Kenosha that just popped. They called it the Black Rittenhouse. There was a young man who was arrested for defending his home from gang violence as gang members did a drive-by shooting. They were shooting at his home, and so he returned fire as they were trying to kill him in his domicile. And he was arrested and charged with the reckless use of a firearm with some other caveats on top of it. I would just recommend, I know that this is your specialty, just to check that out. It's more misconduct, more dirt on Kenosha. It's going to be worth your time to look into it.
Do you remember the name of the parties?
I'd have to look it up. I can send it to you. I'll send you a message on Twitter.
I mean, let me try. If I Google Black Kenosha,
the Black Cow Rittenhouse was what they called him in the news article.
Dominic Black. Oh no, sorry. They led me wrong.
Yeah, but yeah, Solomon will.
Yeah,
find,
I end
will,
up when
will
I
find you
Google
the-
that, I end up with a lot of Dominic Black references. But
I'll see if I can find the article that I saw, and I'll send it to you on Twitter. But if you're looking for a more condensed synopsis, underneath my name, wrongfulpod.com, it's actually a group of supporters, people that believe in the Free Zachary Anderson. They started digging through all of the evidence and going through and did a podcast presentation. They've done an excellent job with it insofar. I would recommend listening to it, giving it some time over the holiday, even if you're out driving or flying.
for that, you're talking about for that Black Kyle Rittenhouse case?
Yeah, well, for us, for Free Zachary Anderson, the Wrongful podcast.
So I'm aware of that, and I've been bookmarking those podcasts. And another point of tension for me is I prefer to just watch the trial and see the evidence that's presented in kind of a pure form, so I can understand how that process worked. It's not that the outside stuff doesn't matter, but it's different, right? It's harder for me. I don't know where it came from. It's harder for me to vet. People say all kinds of things, and it's difficult for me to know what weight to assign to it. Whereas just looking at the trial process purely, not that trials always result, obviously, in the correct outcomes. Innocent people get convicted all the time, folks. Happens all the time. Trust me. But to comment on the trial as a trial, I have to be cautious about taking in too much information that's not trial information, because
that's fair.
Tends,
I respect
tends to
that.
contaminate my view.
I believe that Crime Spies it just did opening statements today. She's going to be streaming the trial on her YouTube channel.
Crime Spies?
I believe Crime Spies is. She does it on Rumble and on YouTube. She's dual streaming it. And she's going to be just going through the Zachary Anderson case. So if you wanted to tune in over the holiday break, you might be able to catch the trial there.
All right, cool. That's great. Thank you, man.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, Solomon. Besides, what's happening this Christmas?
Well, I visited Zach for the first time in person just this week. So the plan would be that we're going to have low-key Christmas with the family. With the tree farm, we end up usually getting together as like the larger family after the holiday. But we're going to be just trying to. Well, I'm getting better, and then just trying to spend some time with our loved ones. When you get someone that's an integral member of your family ripped out of your life, it makes you appreciate your family members a little bit more. So there's that, and then I'll make another visit because we only have like 2 days a week that we can visit him in person. So I'll go out and I'll sit down with him, play some more chess, and chat with Zach because it does absolute wonders for his psyche while he's trapped in the concrete box.
Yeah, and we are all appreciated. Okay, I'm screaming now for Dave to actually start his stream because he's late. Because
of course,
why not? Of course he is. And
Nick, are we raising funds for the FCA next Friday? Were you still doing
next
that?
Friday on my 1-year anniversary, I will do a fundraiser to Zach's defense.
No, I believe that we are 8,000 short right now of our 50,000 benchmark, and that will put the first sum of money in the trust for hiring investigators and other professionals with Natalie Wisco. So, she started digging through all of the discovery. We've been going back and forth with some other suspicious actors and other circumstances. And things like that surrounding, the community and the trial, and I mean overall, it's not whether or not there's appealable issues. The issue is the number of problems with the trial. So we're just trying to iron out the details and trying to figure out the most cogent way to present.
Yeah. But is Natalie appellate counsel for you?
Yes, Natalie is appellate counsel.
Oh, good. She's a good lawyer.
Yeah, she's a really good lawyer, and Yeah. So next Friday, 29th, all are invited, and it's my 1 year anniversary. And you have the chance to get me absolutely plastered while donating to Zachariah Anderson's Defense Fund next Friday.
What could be better?
What could be better?
That sounds like a win-win, my friend.
Destroy my liver if you can, you pansies. Okay, now I see that Dave is finally moving. I will play one thing as an outro, and this I'm really proud of. And I'll see you all over at Dave's in
All right.
in a
Take
bit.
care, Nicholas. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Stay safe.
Bye, guys.
Merry Christmas, Nick.
Okay, let me see.
But let me at least say, because I know Nicholas, there might be some lag to this. I see you're kind of skipping around, but Nicholas in particular has been part of the group for a long time. Early in, recognized that it was bogus early in, and I appreciate all the help. And he's still here, and it's super cool. And I really appreciate that kind of stuff. And I know anybody that actually bothers to look is going to know how bogus this is. And it's really hard to get people to take notice in the first place. But I know he's been out there, and I know he's been doing things, and I know he's been connected. And I want to go visit the guy, and be on the show and go visit the guy and all sorts of stuff. I mean, I just think it's super cool. All the help, thank you. Super cool, and I appreciate it. And everybody else too. But yeah, he's in particular, I don't know, he jumps my, when people talk about like other people's shows, I don't really know other people's shows, but I know his because his was like one of the first ones that got mentioned. And I'm like, really? Somebody's actually doing something about the case? I'm like, oh, that's cool. So anyway, I don't know. Don't know the guy, but really appreciate it.